Hello YouTubers. So today we got a couple of things in for the dually. We're gonna get the steering brace and dual steering stabilizer. They're both rough country. You can get them on Amazon, pretty much anywhere on the internet. But we're gonna put them on. I don't need it yet, but those are gonna go away sooner than later because this guy just needs some bigger wheels. So pretty simple. I won't waste your time with a lot of detail as far as reading instructions, etc. But general parts, gonna get the cross brace with a little bearing that pops on there, and then the new shaft that comes down off your steering box and goes into the bracket right there. So I had this on the 2017, worked pretty awesome. Steering on this one's fine. I just figured might as well put it on as a little preventative, and then as well as the rough country dual steering stabilizer. So without further ado, let's get this thing on. All right, so after struggling with that bitch, as you saw me, pardon the language. So, R&D at Rough Country, God bless them, but this thing don't fit. So, I'm a lazy American. I'm going to just modify this damn thing and make it fit. So what's happened, these slots right here, the bolt to line up goes right about right there. So I'm just going to extend these out a little bit to make that a little bit bigger right there so that this whole bar can slide over, because where the bearing sits in there, where the shaft comes in, the bearing race and the shaft don't line up. So this bar is off-centered when you use the bolt holes that are here. So extending this out is going to let this bar shift a little bit under the truck to let that shaft line up with the bearing race on there. So I'll get it all drilled out and extended right there, and I'll show you what I did, and then we'll get attempt 2 to get this thing on. All right, so it's on. Minus that. Still got to put that on. But what was happening, what I was talking about earlier, this shaft was all the way up against this edge right here, so it wasn't centered. So when you go to put that in there, the shaft was kind of offset like that, so it wouldn't go on. So now, with said modification, everything fits, and I'll get that bolted up. So what I did to fix it, this side fit fine. There was enough clearance. On this side, like I told you I was going to do, the long holes in the actual bar, I elongated them out. And then on this shaft, you can see where I was talking about earlier, I nibbed off the corner of the bracket right there so that it would actually fit, because you can see the edge of the bracket is actually right in line. So it was hitting on this back side right here. So as I would try and put it up in there, it was just hitting that, which wouldn't let this, the holes on it, line up with how far this needed to come over. So pretty much you can see the shape of this one over here. All I did was cut off there and then right down along just like that. And then it created that little clearance right there. So you can kind of see that right in there where it's got the clearance. So pretty much right down in there, it's now got about a 1/4 inch of clearance right in there. So I already called the Rough Country guys, and I'm going to talk to their R&D on Monday because they're not open. But if you have one of these, you have that issue of that not fitting, that's going to be your fix until they get it fixed. So you can see how that's going to be. Obviously, get some paint on it so it doesn't rust. Mine's all dinged up. All right, so I'm going to finish the install, and then I'll give you some pictures of it. All right, so there it is, installed. Other than the adjusting, it's a nice little piece. I had it on the old Dodge. Works great. But everything's in there, tightened down. Don't forget you got 2 little set screws on here to lock that bearing down on the actual shaft that's coming off. And then other than that, just get some a little bit of Loctite and then tighten these down. And then that's it. I'm gonna get a little paint on here so it's not rusting up, but once again, up in there, so where you had to do the little trimming so this thing would actually fit. And then the long holes on the actual kit itself on the bar back here, we had to actually extend those out a little bit to this side of it. So elongated them so that these holes could fit, because you can see how it's not quite centered up right there. It's a little bit to the left side of this whole bar right here. So elongated those out towards the center. Then that one fit because there's nothing blocking it here. But on this side, you're going to have to nib that little edge to get it to fit. All right. Thanks for watching.